a customer?
Yeah, I think he's.
I mean, from his perspective, he must be frightened of losing a customer. If he knew what Lee Sharp had, perhaps he'd get more involved. Lee Sharp's got a massive hand under normal circumstances.
He'd be forgiven for raising here.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
But
most people would raise.
He's so new to the game, it's probably going to help him out. He's going to
Yeah.
get him out of trouble just being perhaps a little bit on the timid side.
He's
in the
actually
nicest
drawing
possible
dead,
sense.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we both said the same thing there. We must know what we're talking about. That's a great card to see for John Aldridge. Now, does he know what's in the pot exactly? Is he going to check? No. 300?
200.
300.
200.
I think Sharp may help him out here by raising.
I'll call.
Cool.
Well, inexperience has helped him out no end there. Conservative play on Lee Sharp's point of view.
Got 10 jack of spades.
A better player would have gone broke, I think.
Absolutely. Full house for Aldridge, and it was a sneaky full house for Lee Sharp.
I think the competitive spirit always gives you a chance if you've been a professional footballer for some time. You've always got to be competitive to play at the highest level, which the lads on our table has. So I think he'll probably even himself out in that score.
Okay. 10 and 20, please.
Lee Sharp admits to have been only playing poker for 1 week, whereas Steve Sedgley is a little bit more coy. When he was asked how long he'd been playing poker, he wrote, "Not long enough," which could, of course, be less than 1 week. It could be 1 day. We'll never know.
Cool.
Norman
Nice.
calling there with nice
With 20.
connectors.
20.
It's actually
It's a bit more
Raise
string
the
betting
ball.
coming on. It's a bit too much local pub poker going on at the moment for John Aldridge, but he'll get the hang of it.
Cool. Pass.
And there again, Steve with the
24.
ace.
24 to call. No pass.
Lee Sharp folds,
Call.
Cool.
even though perhaps he would have got some sort of value. They weren't great, king and a 3.
Aldridge,
could be some fireworks, yeah.
I think Aldridge has got a nice feel for the cards. This flop belongs to the Sedge.
Check.
John Aldridge can have a little pop at it. He
40.
was the original raiser. Perhaps he feels the responsibility is on him to continue to bet. He's going to get some action.
Cool. Pass.
Nothing wrong with that continuation bet by Aldridge. He knows exactly where he's at now, doesn't he, Steve? I mean,
Yeah, what he should do, yes. And the only problem for him would be if a king or a queen hits now, where he stood.
it's actually a great card for him.
Look at Tony Cascarino eyeing him up there. Look, he's looking right into him. Look,
Yeah,
he's in his space.
he's a devil.
100.
100.
Oh, he may have gone a little too tall here, but the Sedge has given indications that he can be pushed around.
I don't think he's even thought about that, so he's reaching straight for his money. He's calling this down all the way, I feel. There's no way that,
It's got my money, isn't it? It's easy, isn't it?
no way that Sedge is going to be pushed off this. What about an all-in, though? I don't know. That's another story. I don't think it's going to happen, but
Diamond. We've made Aldridge a flush. And if Aldridge bluffs here, he's...
Check.
All right.
now will he check or will he bet? He's going to bet.
Nice.
Make it 50.
50.
It's 50. It's tempting, isn't it? He shouldn't be involved, but it's tempting.
He wants
he-
to swallow, but he doesn't think he can.
Is his king good enough? He shouldn't be.
No.
Exactly.
Pass.
Go on, Sedge. Get to the level.
Yeah, the Sedge takes a wedge.
We'll change
And I think he's more than he started with. Everybody is probably feeling fine here. At this rate, 100 pounds a level, it'll take Tony Cascarino just sort of from now until Tuesday to win this heat. think he will step it up at some point, though. He's a long haul man.
How do you know it's not Tuesday today?
2040 anyway.
In some part of the world,
Do you just want to...
Yeah.
7 years on, when the
No, I didn't know what it
reruns of the
raised.
Sports Stars
I
Challenge
just
are being
didn't see the
shown in
rating
Oh.
go.
Taiwan?
40. Pass.
In May.
Will we make more sense in Taiwanese, do you think?
Pass.
Pass. Anyway. And
No raise from Norman Whiteside, and he could have been forgiven for getting busy with the ace-king. So the pot, a lot smaller than it could have been already. And this, I think, is a situation where Tony Cascarino will come out betting.
40.
He'll like that flop. Interestingly enough, though, if Whiteside wants to get busy now,
Yeah.
he can scare the bejesus out of Cascarino.
It's a technical term.
Cool.
Yeah.
Check.
I think Tony will be a bit wary of Norman Whiteside having a jack here, and so he's got a free card, Norman.
Darn right. I don't think...
Check.
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 Very scared of the jack.
You know, I kind of have to say I like the way Cascarino has come to the table tonight. He's been guilty in his own mind of busting out earlies in these by sort of over-betting other people's hands, Steve. He's not doing that tonight. And he limped with those eights. He bet him one time. He eased off the break. And this is the way he needs to win, I think.
No, you're not. It's 20 and 4.
A lot of the top professionals prefer to play small pot poker these days, and to see as many flops as possible and to try and outplay their opponents on the flop rather than getting all the money in pre-flop. And this may well be Tony Cascarino's policy for this particular heat. If he keeps it small,
40,
he
yeah.
can outplay them all on the flop.
Is there a small ball approach to snooker, to football?
Pass.
Well, it certainly could be considered one at snooker, but it doesn't necessarily work so much because all the players are very strong, but there would be a way of never going for the aggressive shot and letting your opponents commit snooker suicide. I think perhaps at football you could just do something
Check.
Check.
similar, but
Sort of like the Italians.
Check.
Check.
Do they play small? They play small
just
ball.
be patient. I think that's perhaps what poker's about, just getting the right balance of patience.
100.
And Tony Cascarino showing a little bit of audacity here.
Cool.
Cool.
He's
That
great.
Wasn't so patient, was it?
No, he's great at spotting out weakness, but that 6 on the turn has actually fit perfectly into Aldridge's hand. And I'm not sure what the Sedge stirs up to.
Cool.
Well, this is a bit debatable. What does he think his twos are good? He just
he
must
might-
see a pair and think they're good.
You might think he's got the only
Well.
diamond out there.
Tony Cascarino's hit it here.
Check.
He's going to win the money. Just turn them over. Delighted to see the 8.
He's hoping he doesn't have to show the other one.
See that?
But the plot has been found out.
Cool. I was like, oh.
And see how Tony tries to pass this one off. that's a good start.
That's a very nice pot to win. Very nice.
In the book. Football fags.
Keeper must have courage.
It's about halfway through the second level, and
40's cool.
you know, not much has happened.
Pass.
Cool.
Cool.
I think Norman Whiteside's played a great game.
And your best.
I mean, he seems like he's got a real plan here, Steve.
When he gets the hand, he's going to have to bet it out. But then it's whether he gets too much respect. That's now going to be the problem for him.
Check.
Check.
The
Check.
players haven't seen him put too much money into the pot.
Sedgy has a monster here.
Yeah, but not necessarily going to know that at the moment. It's difficult to know that it's an absolute monster. Tony
50.
Cascarino has an even bigger monster there. He's the first with the money into the pot. And I know it's going to sound silly, but he may
Pass.
even get this through.
No Sedge.
Well,
Come
no,
on.
he might get it through.